The following announcement has been paid for by the Put Me Over podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the Put Me Over podcast, episode 118. 18, right? I'm your host, Andrew Gomez, a.k.a. The Mez, joined today by my lovely, wonderful, beautiful co-host. To my left, he is the coupon cutie, the $100 man, Bobby Diaz.
What's up, baby?
Also joining us, you know him, you love him, you probably hate him. He is the heel of the group. He is the WWE Sith, the Pinoy powerhouse, Byron Pagdalau.
Hey guys, nice to see you again.
And rounding out the crew, you know him, you love him. He has the dirtiest news in the biz. He is the 10th one of the world, the puncher of balls, Dicklich himself, Richard Garcia.
I thought you were going to say dirtiest dick in the business, but that works too.
I mean, it's pretty dirty.
Yeah, it is. It is.
How you guys
It is.
doing today? You guys have a good week?
A busy ass week, bro.
Busy.
Yeah,
Wow.
for us being locked down still, it's still pretty busy.
Traffic's back too.
Yeah, traffic is back. There's fires raging in California. And yeah, I had a long night last night, so that's happening.
So it sounds like everything's almost back to normal.
Almost there.
Whether there's a pandemic or not, I don't think people care.
We're getting there.
Yeah, I think 2020 is about to turn babyface soon.
Please
If that's possible.
stop being heel on
No,
us.
just don't say anything. Let's just.
We lost Ruth Bader Ginsburg, so that's a pretty heel move right there.
Yeah.
The biggest heel move.
Another death strikes in 2020. Unfortunately.
Oh, that earthquake, dude. You guys feel that shit?
Holy shit! It was literally 4 miles away from my house. It rocked the shit out of my house.
Dude, that shit was so scary.
Yeah, that was a big one. I mean, it wasn't big like in the sense of like big earthquakes, but because we were so close to it, I felt like maybe we felt a lot more. My cats were freaking out. We almost lost a picture frame, which was a little worrisome.
Thank
Well,
God you did it.
We will rebuild.
It took a couple seconds, but we definitely rebuilt for sure. Oh, man, kind of a slow week for wrestling, so let's just jump into it. But before we do that, let's give it up to our sponsors. Let's give it up to our friends at Grudge Match Brand at grudgematchbrandapparel.com. Make sure you go to the Instagram. Turn on notifications because they are dropping hot fire as we speak. Make sure you use the promo code PUTMEOVER for 15% off or 20%. I'm not sure. Go try it. Off your entire order when you get to the checkout station. And also go check out our friends at lapelyeah.com if you're ever in the market for some wrestling merchandise. Look no further. Go to lapelyeah.com. Use the promo code PUTMEOVER for 20% off your order there. Also, if you're looking for some Put Me Over merchandise, go to putmeoverpodcast.com for all of your Put Me Over podcast wants and needs. We got t-shirts. We got hats. We got stickers. We got Frisbees if you want it. Use our promo code Kofi forever. That's Kofi, the number forever, for 20% off your order there. Oh, man. Get a shirt with my face on it. You can get a shirt with just me and Dick if you want to. It's your call.
Or Bobby and Byron, the two
Bobby
Bs.
and Byron, yeah.
B squared.
Oh, man. Lots to get into. But before we do that, we got to get into the news.
Is there really a lot to get into? Come on.
Not really.
That's kind of just one of the things I say now.
Yeah.
This week.
I got a lot to do tonight. What do you got to do? Nothing.
Eat lunch. That's it.
Yeah.
Wait for the day to end.
Yeah, I need to take a nap. Anyways,
In terms of wrestling, I mean, things are going back to normal. Wednesday nights, AEW and NXT are both back on Wednesday. Raw, and of course SmackDown, and then only a change is that we got the G1. The G1 started this weekend. I haven't watched any of the matches, but when I get a chance, I'm going to try to watch as much as I can because whenever there's great wrestling, you can always find it with the G1.
absolutely.
100%.
When did G1 start?
Friday, late
Yeah.
Friday night, Saturday morning, our time. So it just started about 2 days ago.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that. New Japan always putting out fire with the G1 specials.
Almost as much fire as our friends at grudgematchbrand.com.
Yes, that is very true.
Oh, sure, Dick. Oh, you guys are both wearing it.
Oh, the same one.
I got the
Hey, look at you
I got the-
guys.
I
And
got the
it's
muscle
Thank you.
version.
Dick, you were looking
Muscle
good,
keep
boy.
it.
Oh yeah,
Damn.
Dick, you
Look
lost
at
some weight or something, huh?
Drugs.
Look at those. muscles.
Been hitting the pookie a little too hard, man.
Years of abuse.
Windows too, huh?
Yeah. my teeth's not gonna like it later on in life.
Do the
Better
Roman
than
Reigns.
getting the peaky.
Probably my skin. Probably my skin as well.
Get yourself some extra large Roman teeth.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. I know. I should hit up his dentist.
It's distracting, quite frankly.
Very.
Remember on Family Guy when Brian got his teeth broken, or he broke all of his teeth, and he had to get like he had to get the veneers, and it looks super like douchebaggy.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's Roman.
I mean, it's a big dog move.
Literally.
Is that all we got for news, huh? It's not a big week in wrestling, huh? Nobody died.
I was trying to think of like any
Thank
big.
God no one died in the wrestling world that we
It's
know.
kind of a good problem to have. Not a lot of news.
Yeah.
So I mean, with that being said, let's just get into what happened in this week in wrestling. What do you guys think of the Hurt Business? Are they a face team now? Are they just badasses? I popped huge when they came out to fight Retribution. What do you guys think of it?
That shit was gangster as fuck. I think they looked so good and how they took their time before they went to go beat some ninja asses.
In
I thought that was
suits?
tight. Yeah, in suits.
Like guys fighting in suits, just rolling up their sleeves, outnumbered and still not giving a fuck. We're just here we're gonna fuck you guys up.
Streets of Rage status almost.
Streets of Rage, yeah, dude.
They look pretty dominant. I'll say that.
Are they a face team now? Are they-
Uh,
Enforcers or Guns for Hire?
I think that's
You know what's funny is with WWE and I guess to a lesser extent AEW, but more so WWE, you can't really tell who's face or heel. Like
Yeah.
you could say with the Hurt Business they're heels, but then you got this invading force with Retribution, and they're kind of defending Raw, but at a price. They're like they're essentially being like a bounty hunter. For
That's
that.
the way
So,
to look at it too. Bounty.
I don't know. Like I still think they're heels, but they're heels getting paid.
I mean, it's just like MVP said. It's business is good, you know, and that's what they're about. They're about the business, and I think it's a good dynamic with the whole thing with them. It's their business. That's all they're about. This is a business, or they're ready to kick ass and take names. That's it. Like,
What do you guys
No,
think about Cedric the Sports Entertainer joining the group?
It fits. He looks good with them. He's their young guy, right? Because
Yeah.
everybody else is pretty much
Like-
old. And he's gonna be the
He
star.
is the youngest of the group. Yeah.
Little legacy. Why can't I think of it right now? I just blanked.
Which one?
Triple H, Randy Orton, Ric Flair.
What's that called? Legacy?
Evolution.
Evolution.
revolution.
Yeah, little evolution. They got the young guy, they got the grizzled vet, they got the brute force, and then you have the mastermind in MVP.
Perfect.
And then you got
I've said this multiple times. I think it's similar to what they did in TNA with the beat 'em up crew. It's essentially their version of it, maybe an improved version because Cedric Alexander is a better wrestler than Kenny King was back in TNA. So I kind of look at it like that, and having MVP as the mouthpiece is the way to go. I mean, that's what they should have done with Lashley to begin with when he came back. Was to
Oh, yeah,
pair him
instead
up
of
with-
talking
with
about
MVP.
mom and sisters and all that weird stuff.
Better late than never, I suppose.
Yeah,
But I'm digging this because like it's giving all these guys something to do. They're not just sitting backstage doing nothing. It's giving them some TV time, and the promos are hot fire with these guys too. So it's good. I like it.
Yep. MVP at the helm is gonna.
I'm cool with it.
Hot, dude. It's gonna make it hotter. I
Perfect.
think it's gonna be one of them being like a main eventer. I don't know who. It's probably gonna be Lashley, obviously, but who knows?
Yeah.
it's crazy. He came back at the Royal Rumble, right? Less than a year ago, and he was just supposed to do that cameo and have one match on Raw and retire, and he's having such a big resurgence right now. This could be huge for him, and I'm really excited to see where this goes. What else happened on Raw? Oh, do you guys watch Raw Underground? Because I get sick literally watching. I counted during it was Dolph Ziggler versus I don't know
Ron?
insert guy. It was like a 1 minute match, 45 camera cuts.
Too much.
45 camera cuts. I counted. I had to watch it 3 times because I lost track of how many camera cuts there were. I just can't. I can't do it, dude. But Braun Strowman, brand split be damned, because they just make up the rules. Because now anyone can just be on Raw Underground. That's the rule now that they made up. Michael Cole made it a point to say he's a SmackDown guy, but there are no rules in Raw Underground. Anybody can be in there. So that's how they got Braun Strowman.
And speaking of Michael Cole, I don't mean to cut you off, but
go ahead.
this is the second week in a row that he's been on Raw commentating. Did you guys notice that?
Oh, I didn't even notice.
I am so used to him. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Back to back on both days. But I mean, again, they're doing it under the guise of a brand split. Yet he's commentating both shows. I mean, it might have been like a rare occasion, something must have happened, but it just seems like this brand split, it's not working at all. Like, there's no point. There's still no point of having to do a brand split. We've said this multiple times.
Well, they're gonna have a draft soon, so I don't know. That can be exciting, maybe.
You know, I was just thinking. I was gonna say, like, do you think they're ever gonna get rid of this? Like, when do you think they'll get rid of it? Not anytime soon, I guess.
And they just got to stick with it until the pandemic's over, at least.
Yeah.
As far as the brand split goes, honestly, as long as they're getting these huge TV contracts from Fox and or USA, and they're telling them that we need to have a brand exclusive shows, they're going to keep doing it regardless of the rate, regardless of the ratings. If they're paying them, they'll keep doing it.
That's true.
Even if the product is, even if it's at the product being not as good as it should be with a complete roster.
Do you guys notice there's a lot of commercials on Raw these days?
Oh yeah.
There's way more now. I don't know. Especially in that third hour, there's like it was literally like a Raw Underground segment and Roman or someone's entrance, and then they went to another commercial. Like it was, I was like, wait, they just came back from commercial. What is happening? Anything else happen on Raw that stood out?
Nothing that I.
Dominic versus Seth in the cage match.
Oh, that's right.
It was
You guys-
good.
Do you guys
Amazing.
get the feeling that Dominic's mom is Bailey from the future? I feel like she looks like what Bailey's gonna look like when she's older.
In 10 years probably.
Even maybe 10, 15 years, that's gonna be Bailey. She already has the haircut.
Dude, and she's
Yeah?
so much taller than Mysterio, dude.
Yeah, dude.
She's like a foot taller than him, dude.
The whole family is. He looks like the little brother in the family.
And Angie's what, like probably like 5'6", 5'7" or so.
At
I wanna say.
least.
Got some big
I mean-
teeth on too.
Yeah, Rey
Yeah.
Mysterio definitely goes up on her for sure. Oh man.
What do you guys think of that cage
We
match?
got jokes and jokes.
That was, yeah, that's really funny.
He's a good. I think that match was good. Dude, I was hating Dominic for a while, but like he's legitimately becoming a good wrestler in front of our eyes right now.
For being a 20-year-old, 21-year-old kid, he's got the mind for wrestling. You could tell. Big fan of that. What do you guys think of Seth Rollins being a dick to Murphy and Murphy just being cool with it?
It's gonna blow off. That's gonna be a money feud too. I think that's good for now because when they do blow it off, hopefully the crowd's back. They're gonna put on like 4.5 to 5-star matches. Hopefully.
I think Seth and Murphy could be awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, Seth and Murphy, that would be a
feud,
fire.
I could see that happening. I don't know if they're going to go that route though. Knowing how they go, they're gonna have them beat up Murphy. They're gonna team up. They'll win the championship, and then they'll turn something along those lines. They'll do something like that. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. But real quick though, I just want to mention. We'll go back with Dominic, like what Byron said. Yeah, he's exceeded everyone's expectations. when wrestling Seth and or Murphy. Let's see how he does against other talent. I want to see him go against other people if they want to keep. I mean, I don't really think he should really be on Raw or SmackDown. Definitely take him to NXT, have him develop his talent there, and then have him to go against other people. I think he has a lot of potential to be a very good wrestler.
Yeah, he definitely has the potential. Just got to see where it goes, because I noticed Seth saved him like at least 3 or 4 times during that match, and it could have like injured somebody had he not. But it was a good match. It was crazy good. I liked it.
I think Dominic isn't a main eventer, but definitely a main eventer.
You think
The main eventer?
Well, not yet. I don't think he's gonna main event in like 5 years, hopefully.
Can you
But
see going head to head with like Braun Strowman or like a non-mid card guy? I could see him and AJ having a good match, actually.
oh yeah, again, he's so lucky that his dad's Mysterio. 'Cause he's getting these opportunities to wrestle the good guys, and it elevates him. So that's like
Yeah,
And AJ's a great worker as well.
the best.
100%.
Was there anything else on Raw besides those two? No, huh?
That's it.
Yeah, pretty whack. NXT, I didn't really see too much, and
I didn't
AEW,
watch.
I watched that street fight because everybody was like jizzing on it, or for it, should I say?
Both shows were good on Wednesday. It's just NXT. They really should move to Tuesdays. I think moving either Tuesdays or Thursdays, they can that way they can go ahead and get more viewers, because when they're going head to head, more often than not, they're not going to beat AEW. But I don't think that's their purpose. Their purpose is to try to limit as many people to
Watching.
become fans, and that's not working either.
No, it isn't, because AEW is still reaching upwards of 850,000 viewers weekly. So it's not hurting them that much. It's more hurting NXT, if anything. So I think that they need to pull back, either put it back on the network or drop it to Tuesdays.
I wonder. I'm curious to see what they do moving forward, but yeah.
I don't think they're going to put it back on the network. I mean, again, it goes back to those TV
Yeah.
contracts. They're getting paid a pretty penny from USA to be on the network to show the show. So I don't think they're going to go back to it. Moving it to Tuesday or Thursday, I think would be better. And coming from a fan that watches, both shows, I don't watch both shows the same day. I mean, I don't know if you guys talked about this, but you guys watch. It's just it's difficult,
Thank God for DVR. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not like it was 20 plus years ago where you can switch from one show to another. It's just not the same.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of DVR'd back in the day too. I set my VCR to like record, and I'd watch on another one. There was one thing that happened on Raw that I forgot to talk about. Did you guys see Mickie James versus Asuka?
Yes, I wanted to talk to you guys about that one.
What happened with that finish?
That was such a weird finish. There might have been it looks like it was some miscommunication from the ref. The ref thought that Mickie James was hurt, and that's why you saw that abrupt ending. But it turned out that wasn't it turned out that wasn't the case. It was just a botch at the end.
It looked like she was fighting out of it.
Yeah.
She was.
I guess she sold it that good, dude. Don't sell it so good, dude.
You beat the ref, dude.
You're selling it too well.
But that was definitely a botch. I mean, more so on the refs on the refs end, because he thought he thought something happened and he stopped the match. I mean, which I get, because it's better to be playing on we want to stay on the safe side as opposed to not being unsafe. So I get
they don't want a Matt Hardy situation on their hands.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just weird that they even announced it as like Mickie James no longer able to compete, but like she was standing there like, what? Like,
yeah,
it was such a weird spot.
I think they should build off of that. I think that Mickie James has like a legit gripe to be like the referee was paid off or some shit like that. So you can maybe keep that feud going. I thought they had a good match too.
Yeah,
what it was, match. Yeah.
NXT UK came back. Also, I want to give a big shout out to my friend Flobo, who had me on his NXT review show. Go to YouTube, look up Draped in Gold Flobo, and if you want all my NXT thoughts for the week. But NXT UK came back. Their set looks legit. It's legit. So definitely go check out NXT UK. I don't get a chance to watch it. The show ended with Walter coming out and just standing there. So it looks like he's going to take on Isla Dragunov. Isla Jackanoff? I am Jackanoff. Which, I mean, it looks like that could be a good feud. That guy, the last time I've seen him, I don't watch NXT UK, but I saw when he fought Balor, they had a really good match. And him and Noam Dar came back. So they had a great match. Him and Jackanoff and Noam Dar had a good match. That's all.
There's talent in NXT UK. It's like the distant cousin of NXT, where like you have to go out of your way to watch it. Otherwise, you're not going to know who's good or who's not good.
Exactly.
Right.
I only know Noam Dar because he'd always say Alicia Fox. He's really good. NXT.
Don't really remember it, to be honest. I think I watched like.
Honestly, they're building up for next week. Next week they're going to have over the top battle royal for the women, and they're doing the thing I hate where they have a battle royal to find a number one contender. I think that's really shitty. I think you can tell a good story with a number one contender that I can get invested in rather than just a battle royal. They're having a new match. Lord Steven Regal came out and he announced that there is going to be a new match in NXT called a Gauntlet Eliminator match. It's going to be kind of like a mishmash of a Gauntlet match and a Royal Rumble. So the match is going to start with two guys, and every 4 minutes, someone new is going to come out. And I think there's going to be 5 guys in this match. I don't think you're going to see an elimination until.
And this is pinfall and submission, right?
Pinfall submission, no anything else. Pinfall submission is the way to get eliminated. It sounds like it could be fun. I just seen that some was announced. They haven't announced who's going to be in it, but that's going to be exciting for next week. But other than that, I feel like they were really building up next week.
You know what it sounds like to me as far as like the type of match? It sounds like Aztec Warfare from Lucha Underground.
Oh yeah, Aztec Warfare. I forgot about that. That was
it's a lot similar to that, except Lucha Underground, they had like 20 participants for it, so it's on a lesser scope, but that's what it sounds like to me, what this match is similar to. And I love the Aztec Warfare match. I thought that was very creative and very innovative at the time.
Yeah, for sure. That and the Grave Consequences match. Was it called? Their casket match?
Their casket match, yes.
Really cool. I mean, Lucha
So
Underground.
I got the list of some of the participants that they did announce on social media. So we got Kyle O'Reilly, Cameron Grimes, and Kushida. Oh, wow. And they just recently announced Timothy Thatcher. So those are going to be the 4 participants.
That's pretty big.
That's pretty good.
Are they pushing Kushida, you think?
Oh, definitely. He came out without an entrance. He came out and he whipped that ass.
Austin Theory's ass, right?
Yeah, Austin Theory. Austin Theory was on Raw, had a match at WrestleMania, and now is getting jobbed out on NXT.
Hey, he fucked up.
What happened? What did he not blow Vince McMahon or something? Like, he had all this promise, and they just kicked him out of the Andrade group, and now, like, you don't see him really.
Kicked him out of Seth's group.
Right? Or Seth's group.
Oh, yeah, he was Seth's group. Wow. He's the anti-MVP. MVP made the most of it, and then Austin Theory's like, fuck it, I don't care.
Send me NXT, I don't give a fuck.
I think it might have something to do with, like, he might have had some issues with like outside the ring during that.
Oh, you know what? I think he got like a Me Too kind of thing, if I'm not mistaken.
I want to say there were some outside issues where they kind of like he had to be out for a while, and then they put him back to NXT since they had nothing for him on the main roster. So That's what I want to say happened. But
yeah, Kushida, it's time for him to get serious. It's time for him to get real. I feel like he got into NXT at a bad time, where there's so much talent
Right.
in NXT. But I think now he can make a run for that main event level, if they let him, you know.
Yeah, totally. But let's go to that AEW match. What do you guys think? Was it the 5-star epic Scumbag Meltzer says it was?
I wouldn't call it a 5-star match. It was a great match, but like Bobby said, or was it Byron? You can't give a street fight a 5-star rating. I feel like.
Yeah, it's cheating.
I feel like there's a lot they can do, you know.
especially
as opposed to Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi match, you know.
Right.
I mean, especially a street match that, like, they have cars there. They had, like, you know, what is it called? They had plywood and they had hammers, and like it was all over the place, man. They ruined like 4 cars. So
Don't give a fuck, dude.
it was probably like 4.5, I'd say, but a 5-star, I don't know. But
Yeah.
dude, it was a great match, all in all. Like, no, hands down, probably easily it could have been a pay-per-view match.
Absolutely could have been a pay-per-view match. I explained the feud. I was like, okay, so Trent's mom drove him to the ring, and these guys are fighting because LAX, Pride and Powerful. Do they even go by that name anymore?
not so
that
much,
I know of.
But I mean, I still call him LAX.
Yeah, they fucked up Trent's mom's van, so that's what this feud is based on, and she loved it. It's so easy. It's like AEW just does things that I don't think WWE is even capable of thinking of.
No. And then, like, when was it Trent? Yeah, Trent got in the car and his back was all bloody.
Oh my
I was
god!
like, no, the car seat, man.
Trent is a fucking madman.
It's for reals, dude.
Yeah, that spot through the windshield. I winced, and then you can see the blood all on the concrete.
Yeah, that was
back was just that wasn't gimmick glass, brother. That was Goldberg glass.
no,
That was
no,
the
it
kind of
wasn't.
glass that will split your shit open.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got some real GCW vibes, or like a suburban street fight, you know, especially when they pull out the doors. I got very GCW vibes. Doors are just cool to break.
Yeah.
Doors are the new tables, I feel like.
I,
If you're not in wrestling, that doesn't make any sense.
I don't know if we've talked about this, but I was waiting for them to do the Richard and point up.
Oh god damn.
we haven't talked about this on air, but
Well, that's
yeah, but it was a funny moment. I was
would've
waiting
lost
for
my
it though.
Through the rear window.
Yeah. My stickers.
I feel like we got to tell the story now, dude.
We'll tell the story down the road.
That's got to be an episode, like a whole bit.
Yeah, I think we gotta.
Your friends.
We'll go into it
for
in
animators,
further
that would be
detail.
best.
We should do a segment called Wrestling in Real Life and talk about the times that we just had a kayfabe match.
Oh,
Like the time
Jesus.
I elbow dropped a trash dumpster.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I have a good one when Tony got Hunter Hearst's move. What's his
Pedigree.
name? The pedigree. He got pedigreed on the concrete when we were like in 9th grade. It was so funny. We're gonna get into these stories, dude, for sure.
We'll
Took that job legit.
Oh yeah.
we might as well talk about it now. I mean, it seems like we're not even gonna like wait. We're just gonna
That's gotta
talk
be
about it right now.
This
But
has to
there's
be
a lot.
full
There's a
episode.
lot that's happened with us as far as that, and when we get time, we're gonna record an episode about that, and hopefully we'll.
Byron,
what
can you
Byron said,
get
we
the
get some
jingle?
animators for it.
Yeah,
Can you make the
probably.
jingle for Wrestling in Real Life?
We should wrestling in real life, dude.
We still haven't talked about my backyard wrestling career.
Oh, dude.
That should
That
be
too as
part
well.
of the
We got a lot of stories.
I'd like to watch a match live and then we talk about it in real time.
Yes.
I think that'd be fun.
Yes.
But AEW also. What else happened on AEW?
I want to go back
NWA.
to the street fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's probably one of the best street fights I've seen, and is saying a lot because there's been a lot of great matches. There's been a lot of great street fights as well. It told a great story. Trent and Chucky T should have won, and they won the match because they told the story of, hey, like you said, Drew, they beat Proud and Powerful beat the shit out of Trent's mom's car, damaged and destroyed it. It's time for them to get revenge. Story-wise, it made perfect sense for them to go over.
And then you got Super
Match-wise,
Bird after too. That was really,
yeah, that was great. When Sue did that, that was the cherry on top. It's one of the best street fights I think I've seen. Up there with Triple H versus Cactus Jack, Royal Rumble 2000. Even Nasty Boys versus Cactus Jack and Max Payne from WCW back in the 90s. That was a crazy match. If you guys haven't seen that match, go out of your way and watch it.
The Nasty Boys were just assholes in that match. They were legit gonna fuck up Cactus Jack. I feel like they weren't pulling any punches. Unless Cactus Jack was like, we need to sell this shit, beat the fuck out of me. But they really beat the fuck out of Cactus Jack. I hate the Nasty Boys.
But give it to Foley. I mean, Foley was a madman in those matches.
Foley's
God, yeah.
But yeah, I think that's all I can really remember from AEW.
Solid show though. I mean, it was a solid show all the way around. Thunder Rosa versus Ivelisse was a pretty good women's match.
I thought that was a great match. Are the Young Bucks turning heel? I just remembered that. They just came out and super kicked the ref before the match, before the Jungle Express FTR match. And then you saw a rare shot of Tony Khan in the back, and they just threw money at him and be like, just, here's our fine. What's going on with them? What's going on with Kenny Omega? We didn't even see Kenny Omega except on commentary.
There's a lot.
Hangman Page and Frankie Kazarian had my match of the night until that street fight. They put on a fucking great match.
What did Meltzer give it?
No, I don't know.
5 stars.
I don't think he rated that match.
Just kidding. There's a lot of storylines with AEW right now, and they're all like kind of diverging and going into their own separate ways, and I love it, dude. I'm loving it because there's so much going on. It's hard to keep track of it all. Yeah. But I like it because this is finally the payoff what we were waiting for with all these players, you know.
And Full Gear is a little over a month away too. So
Full Gear is in November. And before that, they also have the anniversary show as well. So that's going to be something that's going to be pretty big. I think there's going to be a lot that's going to be answered on that anniversary show.
Lance Archer versus Moxley is already.
They did announce it, yes.
So, also next week on AEW, you're going to get Moxley, Darby Allin, and Will Hobbs versus a fucking power team of Brian Cage, Lance Archer, and Ricky Starks. So Team Taz made an agreement with Jake the Snake for Lance Archer and Brian Cage on the same team. That sounds like murder. I feel bad for the other guys.
Yeah. That's going to be
not going to last though.
No, I think they're two big guys that can do that. And I think Lance Archer is going to be the one to beat Moxley too.
It's time for a new.
I think it's time for a non-WWE guy to hold that belt too.
Oh, that's true. They've been all WWE. Like let somebody new have it.
Yeah,
I think the anniversary show is going to tell where they're going to go with the direction that they're going to go. I mean, I think it's a little too early to do predictions for the anniversary for that match. I don't think Moxley's going to lose it yet. I think he's going to. I think eventually he's going to lose it to. I still think it's going to be Omega. When? I don't know. It could be Full Gear. It could be later on down the road, but I see that happening because I think they're going to tell that story.
That'd be a great match. There's going to be what is it called? I mean, it's 1 month away, so we'll see. They got a lot to get through, so we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that Kenny and Hangman are going to have a little feud too.
Oh, 100%. I'm going to love it.
Hangman's match, Kenny just got up and walked out, and Hangman went to go talk to him, and he looked back to the commentary booth and saw Kenny already left. So they're planting some seeds for some future stuff, which I really like.
Yeah.
something that WWE is not too great at. Speaking of stuff WWE isn't too great at, SmackDown was on Friday night. What did you guys think of SmackDown?
Like I think I told you guys in the chat. I think this Roman, when it's since he's back, it's probably the best thing WWE's done in a while.
Yeah.
It's gonna be big time for the company and for him. This is like legacy building stuff. He's slowly becoming that super heel, and then on his way to being the best wrestler in the world. Which I hate to say because I'm not a Roman mark at all, but I'm an anti-Roman. But I think I'm starting to really like him. Every little thing, the little things he's doing now, is how like he's not talking. He's just about business, busting people's ass, and it shows that he just wants to be the guy, even so much that he hates his, or is starting to really get annoyed at his cousin, which I love.
Yeah, Jey Uso raised his hand, but like held the belt, and Roman gave him a little look that I thought told a lot.
You gave him that stink
He's
eye,
gonna
dude.
beat
Like,
his ass
hey,
soon.
hey, get
And
your
it's gonna
hands
be
off
bad.
that. That's mine.
So after the match, they were celebrating. I didn't even watch the main event because you know who's gonna win. I mean, LOL, Roman wins. But I mean, and it's Corbin and Sheamus. Like they have no other people to. I guess I mean those are the right people to put in that spot. But I don't know why Sheamus and Corbin are teaming together. I don't know
They
why.
look so weird as a team.
Yeah, it's very weird. Also, why was it called a Samoan street fight? That'd be like if there was like a black guy in the match and they're like an African American street fight.
The black.
I thought it was a really weird thing to call it.
It's WWE. They had to,
Spice it up a little bit.
throw a name
Yeah.
at it.
A white guy street fight. Like that just sounds weird. Like why would you call it a Samoan? Like that's like someone's like ethnicity. Why would you put that? I guess Samoan street, like they both have S's. I don't know. But go on. I'm sorry.
It reeked of Vince's name all over it. So yeah, you knew you came up with it.
Oh, for sure.
Speaking of not knowing what the hell is going on, what is going on with the Miz, Morrison, and Otis?
Oh yeah, that one's weird. That's a very weird storyline. The fact that Mandy's gone now too, I'm trying to figure out what's gonna happen with that.
Yeah,
They booked themselves in a corner when it came to Otis winning the Money in the Bank. They got nothing. It's like they got to take. I mean, I had a feeling that he wasn't going to cash in. He was not going to cash in it at all.
No, I did not see that happen.
Now they're going to do like a lawsuit to get the briefcase off of him. Whatever.
Really cool about wrestling when you bring in lawyers. I think that like is like the most fun you can have.
dude,
when you're
because
talking
kids
about-
love that stuff, right?
Oh, dude, kids love lawsuits and court hearings and things like that. I mean, what gets you more excited than watching a Die Hard movie and John McClane's in court? Like, that's the best part of the movie.
Of course, dude.
That's the only
Yeah.
reason to watch the movie.
But I mean, okay, Miz and Morrison are a joke, right? Would you rather them have the briefcase over Otis?
Yeah,
Maybe Morrison, not the
Yeah.
Miz.
because
Not
I
the
think
Miz.
Barely.
they have a better shot of winning the title than Otis. I think they have like better capability as far as
Okay, so where they're at right now, they are not getting the belt.
Well, Roman has it, so
No one's getting it.
Nobody's getting
No one's
that belt.
getting it.
don't even think about it, buddy.
There's no one that can hold a candle to Roman, especially right now.
I hope
Yeah.
It was already bad.
he cashes in then and fucking gets
Un-
by him.
Unless they cash it on the WWE champion. And even then, I still don't see that happening.
Oh,
So I feel like this briefcase winner is just a waste of opportunity. And they had potential with Otis. They could have gone different ways with Otis.
he still can.
They could have thought outside the box with it, but I think now they're at the point where it's like, okay, well, we got nothing. What do we do? Like, we should
Well, they
probably
put
get
it in
off
a
this guy
lunchbox.
eventually.
Right.
So that's
We called that
Come
shit.
on,
Did we call that or what?
come on.
they can't think outside the box, so they put it in a
They
lunchbox.
put it in a fucking box.
They thought way too
Great.
outside of the box. So that was the biggest surprise of that night, dude. Way too out of
It
the box.
was.
It
AJ
really was.
Do that.
way more with the Money in the Bank than
And it went downhill after that.
yeah.
That
That
would have been fire if AJ got it. But
And Vince
I'm-
had the nerve to say that the crowd wasn't actually behind Rusev; they were laughing at him, not with him. But you have a guy like Otis going out there and wearing a crop top and like shaking his dick around, like it's entertaining as shit. But world champion, no,
No way.
No.
not whatsoever.
he hasn't been a tag world champion yet.
No. But I just wanted to go back to the Roman thing, and I don't know how I feel about this Jay and Roman match. I feel like he needs to squash him, dude. Like,
Or-
go in there and
He's
just squash him.
Where's Jimmy
I
at?
think that's what's going to happen.
He's-
Injury.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
So, yeah, I feel bad for Jey Uso. I think this is going to be the thing that's going to make Roman like a stab, like put his flag in, and on the heel side, and really just get people to hate him, because they're really building on the storyline of them being family. They did like a vignette, like a video package of how
Yeah.
they grew up. Roman Reigns was being held by Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage, which is awesome. But also like they go back to them playing football together and stuff like that. So they're really getting you to like see that they're really close cousins. It's gonna be a massacre.
I hope so.
I wonder if
They gotta
Jimmy
do a stretcher
Uso-
job.
If Jimmy Uso has some involvement, like if he prevents Jay from winning or something, and like, but they all become a faction to battle New Day or something at one point. But,
Well, they were the bloodline for a little while.
yeah, they deserve it. All three of those guys are super good performers, obviously Hall of Famers. But yeah,
Yeah, the Usos. I think WWE scored big when the Usos got signed by them, because not only are they amazing, but there's two of them. They're twins, like,
Yeah.
and they're related to Rikishi. Like the Rikishis are dead. Like that was a gold mine right there.
exactly. Apparently they're good looking too, because Michelle was like, "Oh man, those guys are good looking." Speaking of Roman and Jay, I was like, "The Usos, crazy."
Those teeth are so fucking distracting now. Elena even looked at him. She's like, he didn't have bad teeth before. I was like, yeah, he had little teeth.
Yeah,
He like supersized his teeth basically.
You know, I was wondering if he
Yeah,
just
he
got
kinda
him
did.
whitened. If he just got him whitened, because that would ruin it too. Because just whitening your teeth with his like perfectly tanned body, it just makes them that much more white. Like,
right,
Yeah.
right.
I think you went to the same guy the Miz goes to. White.
like, bro, go drink some coffee, dude. gotta darken your
Smoke some
teeth out.
cigarettes, dude.
For
Do
real, man.
something.
They're just too white. But I like what they're doing with him. So yeah.
Speaking of bro and things that I don't like going on, what are they doing to Matt Riddle?
I think he's like a year away from going to AEW or Impact.
We got a stupid, shitty segment, I thought, on this show where he broke down the different word meanings of bro and like how it can be used in a sentence. I didn't get it. I think that Matt Riddle is way better than what they gave to him to do on this show. If they're going to give him any screen time, he should be in the ring, not saying, it was basically the same joke as like you can use the word fuck for anything. Like you just say it a different way and it means the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it reeks of Vince.
For sure.
He even said that he doesn't get the gimmick of Matt Riddle.
That's true.
And I'm sure he hates that he still doesn't wear boots,
I'm with
you
you.
know. So I think that he just doesn't know what to do with him. And he's such a great wrestler. You'd think that they'd be, setting him up for United States champion or something like that.
And he's charismatic as shit as well.
Yeah, dude. Like they're dropping the ball on him for sure.
The people will be behind Matt Riddle because he's so charismatic and he's so likable. I think that they need to just let him be himself. Don't give him stupid dialogue to say, and let him go out there. I mean,
I agree.
what are they doing to Keith Lee? They put him in a singlet now.
It's better than a shirt, though. I'd say that.
I'd rather him be in a shirt because his shirt kind of looks like his jacket that he wears all the time, anyways. So it kind of looks the same, just minus the hood. But yeah, I don't know.
It just seems like they're creating a bigger problem than there was no problem with his attire to begin with when he came to before he left NXT. There was nothing wrong with it.
Look at how fat he is.
Cover it up.
He's a big dude. He's just a naturally big dude. That's just how he is.
He's a defensive lineman in football. Like he's just, you know, like a right tackle. He's quick and he's athletic.
I mean, I'll just go back to it. It's exactly what happened to, you know, the Ascension. Connor, he said it. When you go to the main roster, they got all these ideas up for you, and, you know, he has to pick one. And he even said it on Twitter. He goes, I know my wardrobe isn't the same. Leave it up to me. Don't worry about it. It'll get done. And I think he's just going through the emotions of letting them pick it and showing that people don't like it, and then changing it the following week or changing it again and again until finally he just gets back to what he was, you know, where he was at.
Or go to AEW.
One or the other, man. I don't know.
They had it right with him wearing the trunks and the shirt. I could live with the shirt. It was fine, but it just seems like it's like, I think you're right, Bobby. Maybe it is something where like, okay, fine, we'll keep doing it, and then eventually it's like, okay, let's just do it my way and not fuck with it anymore.
Like
I think he's just gonna, you know, be like a company man and be like, okay, we'll do it your way, and then I'll show you that it looks like dog shit, and then, you know.
Yeah.
Other than that,
we'll see.
Oh, there was another thing I want to talk about. Drew McIntyre.
Mm-hmm.
They're making this guy so uncool these days. I mean, it starts off with they added sound effects to his entrance, which is, you know, just such a good thing that Vince does. If it's not adding a ding ding for Ricochet, it's adding the sounds of swords for Drew McIntyre's entrance. But he came out and did a promo, and like he did that thing where like they like Photoshop, you know, they do it all the time, and it's always never funny. And they got Drew going out there and doing the same thing.
It's over. Just kidding. Drew's run was good, but this is his last WWE championship.
Yeah. Swing and a miss, bro.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was.
You're just not cool.
It's not funny. It is not funny at all. And
unfunny.
I don't know what they're trying to do with Drew. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a swing and a miss. I think that sums it up right there, dude. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, I mean,
classic WWE. You know,
getting his WrestleMania moment in front of anybody, and then he gets this run that he's had. I mean, he was doing well. I don't know what happened in the last couple of weeks. They just are giving him dumb dialogue to say, and you know, they did the same thing to Roman, and look what happened there. The fans turned on him. You guys got anything else?
No, I think that was a good week. A week in wrestling.
It was a week.
A week in wrestling.
It was good for Wednesday nights. I'll say that Wednesday night was great. Friday, Monday, not so much. I'm hopefully I get a chance to watch the G1 matches this week, and hopefully it gets better from there. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's definitely something to watch out for. You guys got anything to add before we get out of here?
No, I think we're all good, baby.
No, we're good.
Thank you guys so much for listening, downloading, telling your friends, telling your neighbors, telling your friends' neighbors. We'll be back next week with all of our thoughts on the week in wrestling. Thank you so much for listening, subscribing. You can find us on Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, anywhere you find your podcasts. You can find us there. Also on YouTube, if you want to see the video version of this little podcast that we do. But thank you guys so much. We are the new World Order Professional Podcast, and we will see you next time.
Don't do drugs, kids. Adults, do whatever.